Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing the story of an abstract floral watercolor painting that honestly almost went into the bin. You know those pieces that start off with so much hope and then halfway through you think, nope, this is a disaster. Yeah, this was one of those. But instead of giving up, I decided to push through, layering more Kuretake watercolors, adding some pen details and then finishing off with oil pastels, and somehow I managed to bring it back to life. I wanted to paint a loose, abstract floral, soft petals, flowing shapes, all that dreamy watercolour goodness. But the colours weren't blending the way I imagined, and the shapes started to feel a bit awkward, and everything looked a bit flat. So I remember just staring at it, thinking, wow, that's unfortunate. And I almost crumpled it up right then. But something in me said, just try one more layer. Maybe, sometimes the best paintings are hiding underneath the messy middle. So I continued with the Kuretake watercolours because if anything can save a painting, it's those of rich, luminous pigments, and I started to layer on top. I grabbed some of my favourite colours and I just added some layers just on that white paper, just going around some of the shapes that I've already done. And you can see that the watercolour is mixing with each other, and I just kept going. I just thought, well, what else can I do? So I grabbed another green, sap green light, and just added that around some of these flowers. I did think it's starting to look a bit muddy, this is. I'm not quite liking the way that the colours are mixing. And where is this going to lead to? But I just persevered. I just thought, well, what else are you doing? Well, I could just stop. I could pick up another clean piece of paper and start again. But I thought, what a shame. Let's just see what happens. So I continued just adding some shapes in and around the shapes that we've already got. So just filling in, making sure all of that's done. And then I looked at it and I thought, oh, it does look a mess. I don't know, what do you think? It's looking a bit messy in that middle there. So that's when I decided to grab the paints again and deepen the colours. So deepen the florals with richer tones and going over again with the warm reds, those deep violets and the earthy greens. And I thought, well, I'll let the colours bleed into each other. They may create new shapes and some shadows. And then suddenly the painting started to feel alive again. Those areas that have merged into one another were starting to get some kind of definition, and those awkward shapes that were behind were starting to soften. So I felt as though the florals began to bloom in a way they hadn't before. So I was quite pleased with that. And I thought, well, what else can I do to brighten this up, to make it a little bit more interesting? And then I thought, well, just continue going over and adding some little dots as though they're little petals sort of falling from the sky. You know, just when you get that blossom and those petals just drift over your flower bed, I thought that would be a nice look. So I've grabbed the colours that I've used before, adding some dots and just filling up the space, just making sure that that space is full of lovely colour. It still really doesn't look like much at the moment. As we move through the painting, there will be some delicious close-up shots, and I do think it looks a bit like needle felting. It looks like material. It looks really, really lush when we come to the end, and you can see it in a lot of detail. But I'm just continuing at this point. I'm getting a little bit more happier as I work through the painting and think, well, it seems to be coming to life. It doesn't seem as flat as it was, and those shapes that looked a little bit awkward are sort of coming to life. So I was getting a little bit in a better place here. So I'm bringing it up so you can see those shapes there. And then I thought it needed a bit more of a pop of colour. So I grabbed the yellow ochre and I'm just layering on top, adding that lovely lush yellow colour onto the page. And you can see really brightening up those darker areas. And then I looked at the flowers and I thought they could do with a little bit more interest. They were looking a bit flat and they really needed some life bringing into them. So I decided that I'd grab the yellow paint that I was using for the dots and I would just add some beautiful lines on them. And I think that really helps with a bit of definition on the back of these flowers. So I'm just going to put these lines all over the flowers, and you can see here it really does make a big difference. It just doesn't look as flat. Your flower sort of comes to life. So I'll bring it up so you can see the lovely detail there. Once I'd let the painting dry, I grabbed my white Posca pen and I thought it'd be nice to do some stitching kind of marks onto the back of my flower petals and then outline them just to define them a little bit more. And you'll see in this close-up here how that works. It's just dabbing that pen onto the page, outlining, and you can see here the texture of the paper and how it looks like material. It looks really, really lush. Now this is cold press watercolor paper, 300 grams. It's got a really nice texture on it and it really works well with the Kuretake paints because you get these lush colors and they do look as though you want to touch the page, very tactile looking. So outlining all of the flowers there and adding this lovely stitch mark making on top. Really, really easy to do and it's really quite effective. So once I'd done that, I decided that some of the stems needed some outlining. So I'm just adding some of those lines. Nothing too heavy, just enough to give a little bit of structure. And it's amazing how a few delicate pen marks can turn chaos into intention. It's really, really easy to do. So once you have finished with your pen and I'd come to the end there, I thought, wow, I really would like to add some more colour. I want it to really bounce off the page. So when I stepped back, I was having a look and I just thought, yeah, let's add some of those lovely lush oil pastels. And that adds a softness, a creamy kind of colour, a warm kind of texture to your page. And I love that when you've got all of these lovely textures all on that same page and it just brings that painting together. So I'm going to bring it up to the screen so you can see the luscious detail. So let me know in the comments. Do you think it's turned out okay? Was it worth keeping or should I have put it in the bin? Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, well thanks so much for watching and see you again soon. Bye.